If you're turning 65 soon, but still working and on group health insurance, here are some steps for Medicare that you're going to need to know. Just because you're turning 65 coming up soon does not mean that you need to go on Medicare. Everyone else might be telling you otherwise, that, oh, absolutely you do. Like friends, family, certainly agents trying to sell you policies, but that might not be true. If you are working or your spouse is working and you're on that group insurance from that employer, as long as there's more than 20 employees with that company, you do not need to enroll into Medicare Part B. You're not going to be penalized to do so later on. What you do want to do is enroll into Medicare Part A. It's free to do. It's through the Social Security office. It does provide some extra coverage for hospitalization, and it also establishes your Medicare number. When you are getting ready to retire, or your spouse, and you know you're going to be losing that group insurance, about 3 months out, you want to start the process of gathering everything that's going to be needed to get onto Medicare Part B and to find the right plan that makes the most sense for you. What are you going to need? You're going to need a 40B form. That's a form that you're enrolling in Medicare. You'll need the CMS L564 form. That's a form your employer is going to have to fill out, or your spouse's employer if you're on their group insurance. If there's been more than one employer since the time you turn 65 until now, you're going to need that form filled out by those multiple employers. Just to be clear, hopefully you did not miss 1 month of group insurance, that you went from group to group, from employer to employer, and there was no time off in between there, or COBRA, because if there was, then the Department of Health, Human Services, Social Security is not going to recognize that second employer, and you would be penalized at that point. You'll have this special enrollment period now that you're coming up upon retirement, need to apply for Part B. That could start any time throughout the year, as long as it's within 63 days of losing that group insurance coverage. Of course, you don't want to lose any of coverage. You want to make sure that it starts immediately on the first of the month, and that's when Medicare always starts, the first of the month. Failure to do any of this, if you're not on group insurance, okay, and you don't apply for Medicare Part B, or worse, you send back your Medicare card if they send it to you automatically, and you do want to enroll into Medicare, there's a period of time called open enrollment. That's the first 3 months of the year, January, February, March, that you could apply for Medicare Part B. Of course, you will have a penalty to pay up to 10% for every year that you did not take Medicare Part B and did not have employer group health insurance. So it's very important that you're aware that if you have group health, you're pretty safe. If you don't, you need Medicare if you're over 65. That's really important for you to know. I hope that information is well for you. Now I'm just rambling on, and I hope you have a hell of a good day.